YouTubers, gamers, damn moviegoers, what's going on, guys? I'm the Messiah, this is Messiah Entertainment, and today we are reviewing Alien Covenant. Guys, this movie is the sequel to Prometheus of 2012. It's itself, along with Prometheus, a prequel to the original Alien films. This time we're on board a ship called the Covenant on a colonization mission. They're on this way to this planet about 7 years down the line that has been scouted out as pretty promising in terms of colonization. They may be able to start a human colony out there. However, something happens with some sort of space, solar flare, some sort of thing damages the ship. The crew has to wake up, and eventually they get a distress signal from a nearby planet. They head off to that planet, and for some reason this planet seems itself, it might be pretty good for colonization as well. There's actually human vegetation there, which seems kind of odd. The air is breathable, there's water. It just seems like a pretty good prospect. However, things may not exactly be what they seem. Obviously, shit hits the fan. Now, as an Alien fan, I loved the first two films. Third one I thought was okay, of course. You know, I was really excited for this film coming up to it. The trailers, I gotta say, I was really excited by it. You know, we get to see the original Xenomorph come back in all its glory, and you know, they're mixing some of the practical Xenomorph effects with, you know, the CGI ones. And I gotta say, it looked great. It brought back that creepy feeling you got during the original film. And, you know, it brings back that horror element of Alien, and that's not something I haven't felt since, I guess, Alien Isolation, the video game, you know? It was really just nice seeing that there's different types of Xenomorphs in this movie. There's the Neomorph and then the actual Xenomorph. And both I thought were fine. Some people had a problem with the Neomorph. I'm not sure if that's the same one from the Prometheus movie that hopped out of the engineer's body at the end, but I thought both were really interesting designs, and I thought both were incredibly scary. So you know, the way the aliens come out, you know, I thought it really worked. Now, for the story of each individual character, was it a bit predictable how it was gonna go down? Yes, to a slight degree, it was a bit predictable. It kind of does the horror movie thing where there's characters that you know you don't really give a shit about, and they will obviously end up dying by the end, which was a bit of a disappointment. That was one of my only few gripes with the movie. If they had invested us a bit more in all of the characters as opposed to just, you know, a few select ones that we know will probably be the ones that, you know, might make it out by the end, it would have been a bit better. Also, there's like a twist towards the end that, personally to me, I saw coming from a mile away, and it kind of went on for a bit too long, and I was sitting there trying to figure out why aren't they revealing the twist yet, and it doesn't really make sense. You know, that bothered me a tiny bit towards the end. However, I wouldn't say that killed the movie for me. It actually didn't you know, hurt the movie all that much. I still very much enjoyed the entire thing. The interesting thing about this movie is that we do find out what the whole deal with those things from that other species from Prometheus was all about. We do learn about a bit more about that, and we learn a lot about the actual Xenomorph, that original one from the original movie, Alien. We learn a lot more about that, and to me, I know a lot of people thought that it, you know, or think that, you know, it's better to keep it steeped in mystery and that we don't want to hear the origins of it. But I gotta say, I actually really enjoyed learning about where they came from and all that stuff, and how they became what they are. You know, to me, that was really the most interesting part of the movie. So, you know, to me, I didn't think it took away from the Xenomorph that you know a bit more about its history and its origins. You know, to me, it just kind of made it a little bit more interesting for this movie. The action is pretty suspenseful. It kept me on the edge of my seat when it was going through it, and, you know, I really enjoyed learning more about the lore of this world and this universe. You know, to me, it was really, really interesting. I gotta say, I really gotta commend Ridley Scott. You know, a lot of people had problems with Prometheus. I was one of those people who actually really enjoyed Prometheus. You know, I know, yes, the characters may not have been the smartest, but the storyline as a whole, with the whole engineers thing and learning about where our creators came from, I thought that was really interesting, and I'm glad they continued that thread in this movie. And it seems like they will continue that into this further films. As Ridley Scott said, he has maybe at least one or two more, and could probably keep on cranking them out if we want them, movies before we tie into Alien. And I would love to see how this movie and how this line of movies ties into the original Alien franchise. I do think that this movie kind of bridges the gap between, you know, that Prometheus feel and the Alien feel, because, you know, you start off on this weird desolate world, and then, you know, eventually takes you to a spaceship, and then, you know, that's, you know, stuff like that happens. It definitely feels like a good transition into the two, but I'm definitely interested to see where we go from here. The cast was fine. I mean, of course, like I said, there's some characters that you just don't really care about by the end, and they end up getting killed off anyway. You know, like the main character, you know, she was fine, you know, kind of did a Ripley-ish sort of thing, down to the look even, but I mean, I feel like she held her own. I hope we see her again in the future films. The standout really though is Michael Fassbender. I mean, the guy absolutely murdered the role. He has to play two androids, both the new one, Walter, and a new one, and the old one from Prometheus, often talking to each other side by side, you know, and it looks seamless, and you can get the nuances in both of their performances, and it's like, yeah, those are two practically different people. It's really well done. And I gotta say, you know, Ridley Scott still got it in him. A lot of people were quick to criticize him after, you know, Prometheus, and I think did he do Exodus, Gods Among Kings, that Christian Bale Moses movie? I think a lot of people criticized him on that too, and they were like, okay, it's time for him to throw in the towel. No, I really think if he really has an idea, like he has a set idea of how he wants these alien movies to go. You can tell like there's this whole theme of creation and stuff like that going through these movies. You know, he has a set idea of how he wants to guide this story, so I'm really interested to see where he takes that. I think he has a lot left in him, and I can't wait to see more of it. You know, I'm really excited to see what happens after this film. I'm looking forward to see how it ties into the original Alien movie and how we get there and what happens to these characters that we left off with. So I'm super excited. I would definitely recommend you guys go check this movie out ASAP. The movie was really freaking good. The action with the xenomorph was great. The story expanding the lore of the Alien universe was also great. It had a few problems with like the characters and stuff not really being the most memorable and kind of just alien fodder. But besides that, and really focusing on the really important characters, it was a really good film, and I would definitely recommend this to anybody. This movie was super dope. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm sure you guys got your own. Let me know in the comment section down below. What did you guys think of Alien Covenant? Did you love it? Did you hate it? As always, guys, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, guys. Please check me out on my other channel, Director's JX, and we got cool skits and short films for you guys, including Star Wars Reprisal, short film I did not too long ago. Be sure to check that out. I run the channel with my boy Johnny Lee, has his own channel on JXB Entertainment. Be sure to check that out. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I'm Messiah. This is Messiah Entertainment. See you guys next time. Peace.